In the frigid waters off northern Vancouver Island, a small community has made a massive discovery.
Beaches may appear peaceful, but lurking beneath the surface are aggressive marine creatures, unpredictable weather conditions, and unexpected encounters you might not be aware of. Here are some reasons why you should think twice before heading to a beach all by yourself. Shark kayaking. Many people like to go kayaking when they go to the beach, but what they don't know is what can happen to them. Back in 2015, a Florida angler almost became a shark's lunch after it flipped his boat. The fisherman was struggling to remain afloat, but thanks to his life jacket and a nearby boat, he managed to get back on it safely. Now, this next clip shows how careful you have to be. In New Zealand, fishermen encountered a hungry shark.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
After catching a yellowtail, the shark stole their catch. The fisherman was shocked, but safe. Whales strandings. This isn't only a problem for whales, but for you as well. You see, whales can pick up sonar, and that is what many believe is attracting them to the beach.
I've never seen this before. This is just an amazing event. We've never seen anything quite like this.
Sonar from a submarine or from a nearby military base are two of the most common factors. And how is this an issue for you? Besides the animals beaching themselves, this will increase the number of whales found near the shore. You could be enjoying a swim and turn around to find a pod of orcas chasing after you. Beach dolphins. A school of dolphins ended up getting stuck on a beach, and you're going to want to see what happened next. More than a decade ago, in 2012, on a Brazilian beach, an entire school of dolphins unknowingly beached themselves. It is possible they got too close to the shore while hunting, or could have navigational issues. But the upstanding citizens wasted no time in going into the water and started rescuing them. People were coming from all directions, rushing to the beach, in an act that was praised throughout the globe. Dolphin Stranding. There is a beach mystery that baffles veterinarians and researchers to this day. Mass numbers of dolphins ended up stranding on the shore of Boa Vista Island in Cape Verde. Many efforts are made to stop the dolphins from entering the beach, and even more to get them back into the ocean. It is a perplexing issue, and environmentalists hope that such incidents raise awareness around the world, as the causes are being looked into. More and more people are banding together to provide help. Bloated whale. If you see a swollen whale on a beach, be careful! Deceased whales can start swelling up due to the natural gases collecting inside of them.
We have a stream of traffic coming to see this whale, and we would like that to develop further maybe into what can we do with this whale.
Now, keep your distance because whales can end up expanding too much, resulting in this. On the bright side, it very rarely holds a rare substance called ambergris, or in an easier words, whale vomit, which is a raw material used in perfumes. Even a small piece of this is worth close to $1 million. But don't risk your life for a pot of gold, so be careful if you see a bloated whale while on the beach. Visit from whales. Many people dream of seeing a whale up close. Petting them and being able to swim around them sure does seem like something to have on your to-do list. But it is not always sunshine and rainbows. You see, whales are absolutely massive, and they have a habit of breaching the surface. They will end up breaching right next to tourist boats, which can result in them landing close or even on the boats. And sometimes when whales are having their evening lunch, they might end up too close for comfort. Be careful what you wish for.
I got him.
Sardine. If you're in the water and see this happening, get out immediately, as you might never know what follows. This is a barrage of sardines going everywhere. They end up close to beachgoers, and many end up beaching themselves. But there is more to this behavior than what meets the eye. Most likely the fishes are trying to escape from a predator. They always move in schools, so seeing a lot of them close to the beach can only mean one thing. There is a hungry predator nearby. Sometimes it's sharks, sometimes it's orcas, and sometimes even giant trevally. So be on the alert! Uninvited guests. When you're out boating, you are bound to come across this. This.
Oh my God! He's in the clouds!
And even this. Now you must be wondering, these are just seals and sea lions. Big deal. Well, that's true, but they are nonetheless wild animals. They are unpredictable, and you never know what's gonna happen. Either these animals will hop on your boat for food, or they are hiding from a shark. Not gonna lie, this one was kind of funny to see. But be careful, because anything can happen at any moment. Faroe Islands. These islanders have already received a lot of criticism from animal welfare activists, and rightfully so. But traditions like this can become hotspots of predators like sharks and orcas. Dolphins gathering at one spot will lead to other predators in the proximity to come closer and closer to the beach. Inevitably, that'll become an issue for beachgoers. The smell and easy access to food will just increase the number of predators. So if you see this happening, make sure you don't go to the beach for a couple of days. Fishing mishaps. Sometimes on a beach, our greatest adversary is ourselves. What I have for you are a bunch of quote-unquote fishermen that aren't that good at their job. This guy caught a shark and forgot all about safety. He nearly paid the price as well.
Shut up. Mine's tagged.
It feels so good.
And that's not all. You don't know what animal you might reel in. It can easily overpower you. Next time you are fishing on a beach, make sure you know what you're doing, or else you might end up like these people. Shark rescue. Beachgoers in Sydney had a close encounter with a shark in 2021 after it was spotted swimming in shallow waters. Footage was captured by one of the beachgoers who were being told to stay back by authorities. The person also said that everything was peaceful when he heard a commotion about a shark. Lo and behold, a shark had indeed ended up too close to the beach. He finished by saying that everyone was safe, especially the shark, when animal rescuers helped it go back. But when there aren't animal rescuers, there are good Samaritans, who made sure to rescue this hammerhead. Orcas on rocks. A lone orca got stranded on the rocks in Alaska, and time was running out. Erin Duncanson received a call from her uncle, and she rushed to the spot.
My uncle called and he was like, hey, there's a beached orca.
After arriving, she and her friends used a pump to supply the orca with water. The orca most probably ended up on the rocks while it was hunting during a high tide.
Obviously it was, I don't know, maybe hunting or something up in the rocks, and the tide moves very, very quick.
They could only provide the animal with water till NOAA arrived on the scene as they had been contacted.
NOAA eventually came and they made everybody leave. They're like, everyone has to leave.
It is rare to see an orca that far away from the ocean, but thankfully it returned to its home soon after.
Once the tide had come in until it found its pod, dove back down with its pod.
Seals. We all think of seals as small and adorable creatures, but sometimes even that can get to be deceiving. The beachgoers were lucky to escape these seals, but what causes them to act in this way, and how can you save yourselves? Seals usually do this either when they are hunting or during mating season. Their hormones spike and they tend to be more aggressive during that. Make sure to keep your distance when you see these cute animals. Hammerheads. This is why you need to be extra careful when or if you spot a hammerhead near the beach. Hammerheads, when you near the shore, they will start thrashing around and cause a bit of worry for the beachgoers. But that is not all. When they are not near the shore, they can be spotted just a few meters away. Take a look at this footage of when a kayaker came face to face with a massive hammerhead. This happens when they are hunting other fishes or because they are now in too shallow waters. Great white.
Come on down and chum some of this shit.
Have you seen Jaws? Well, it is based on a true story. Great whites are known to come really close to the beach. It is not that they go out of their way just to hunt humans, but other prey can entice them too, and even fishing can cause that to happen. A fisherman captured the moment when a great white breached the water and lunged at his boat. This happened in South Australia, and unfortunately that wasn't the only incident. Another great white took a huge chunk out of this inflatable boat, which is why many beaches have shark alerts. Freya. I am sure most of you are familiar with the story of Freya the walrus. She was a 1,500-pound walrus who started to sunbathe on small boats. And let's just say some of these boats were too small for her. She has gotten into quite a lot of mischief. So researchers devised a plan to lure her away from the shore and carry her to her new home. Unfortunately, the walrus didn't follow the plan after many complaints from the locals, and they were worried she was euthanized. However, they made a statue for her.
Basking in the fjord until officials decided to euthanize her.
Alligator caught. On Memorial Day weekend at Myrtle Beach, beachgoers caught an alligator that was causing all sorts of trouble. But the people wasted no time and contacted the proper authorities. Animal control got there on time and made sure to carefully remove the gator. It can be seen doing its death roll, but it was much safer now. The alligator was subsequently transported back into its habitat and away from the beach. I mean, if I saw a gator just swimming about, I am swimming out of there. And you should too. Orcas. This orca moment should be reason enough for you not to go to the beach alone. But here are some more clips of why you need to be cautious.
Killer whales seen attacking small and large boats off the coast of Spain.
One killer whale called Gladys has been leading gangs of orcas into battle with yachts around Gibraltar and has already sunk 3 boats in Europe. There aren't any injuries, but researchers have said this is real-life Moby Dick. These orcas ram vessels, and it is uncertain why. Now, orcas are not known to chase humans or confuse them for prey, but regardless, it is still advised to be wary of them. Seal versus swimmer. In July of 2022, a woman swimming on a beach in Honolulu, Hawaii came face to face with a nursing monk seal. These seals are one of the most endangered seal species in the world. The swimmer noticed it just in time and used the water to push the seal away. The woman knew how to swim, so she knew what to do and managed to save herself. A local marine preservation group said there were several warnings about the nursing seal's behavior and that there was a rope perimeter on the shoreline for weeks. Big fishes. Tunas and marlins are not just big, but can also be a problem for beachgoers. And here's why. A marlin got too close to the beach and ended up panicking. It charged at the beachgoers who were luckily out of its reach. It not only uses its nose, but thrashes its tail around. But being good Samaritans, the people helped the fish get back into the water. In another incident, a tuna was seen displaying bizarre behavior near the beach in Malta.
Run!
After throwing water everywhere, it soon left the beach, leaving the onlookers shocked and amazed.
Crazy, huh?
Pufferfish. Yes, even these stress balls-like fishes are also one of the reasons why you need to be cautious when on the beach. These innocent-looking fishes contain poison that is not only bad for other fishes, but can down 30 humans. Yeah, 30 humans, it is that potent. And that is not all. Some types of pufferfishes can land a powerful bite. Their teeth are sharp, so don't try to put your finger in a pufferfish. And especially, don't try to handle them without care. Next time you see a pufferfish on a beach, don't try to squeeze it. Shark versus stingray. Sharks are known to hunt stingrays, and more times than not, they end up on public beaches. And you certainly wouldn't want to get caught in the midst of their brawl. Stingrays will find refuge on the shoreline, which can be a cause to concern for you. Stingrays are not only tough for sharks, but they can be for you. Like this guy who caught a stingray and almost got stung by its barb. So if you find a stingray close to the beach, it is best you avoid it. Chances are it is avoiding a nearby predator. Feeding frenzy. Definitely one of the most amazing sights to behold, and also one of the most intimidating. This can happen out in the ocean when you're gone fishing and also right on the beach. So you're not as safe as you think. People are advised by the local authorities to stay clear from such active locations. So just for a few clicks, don't go near a location where there is a lot of thrashing going around. Chances are it is a feeding frenzy and you might end up on the menu. Mano War. Few friends were diving near a beach in Florida when a wave pushed a Portuguese Mano War over the diver's head. The diver felt its tentacles on his neck, and that's when he resurfaced. You can see the jellyfish close to the diver's mask. Luckily for him, his friend was nearby and he provided the necessary help. But this isn't the only incident. Jellyfish end up on the shore, and people sometimes cannot see them, putting the beachgoers at risk, which is why many authorities quarantine the beach and announce a high alert. Seagulls. If you're lucky, you won't end up like these people. This woman was hanging out on the beach, treating herself to a bag of chips. And that is when something that she never saw coming came. A horde of seagulls surrounded her in an attempt to try snatching from her the bag of chips. Honestly, all I could hear was, "Mine, mine, mine!" Seagulls are attracted to food, whether that's chips or sandwiches. They will go after anything, even when you try to feed them. Like this young woman on Florida Beach who was feeding them some chips, but she got a lot more than she bargained for. Blue-ringed octopus. She regretted this decision, and here's why. A woman is lucky to be alive after playing with this octopus that could have cost her her life.
Ask him if he wants fruit.
She and her friends were passing it around on a beach in Bali when they saw this colorful little kraken and decided to grab it, not knowing how venomous it truly is. It wasn't until she posted it online that she realized how powerful is the pathogen that it carries. And picking it up could prove to be fatal.
Eat the fruit.
It might be bad because it's citrus, you don't.
Rip current. This is my nightmare becoming a reality. Imagine trying to swim back to the shore, but the water doesn't allow you. And these people were caught in one. The swimmers kept trying, but to no avail. The water current was just too strong. Luckily, a lifeguard came to their aid. However, a few years ago in Florida, beachgoers banded together to help a swimmer that was struggling. They formed a chain of people holding on to one another and successfully managed to rescue the swimmer. If you feel a strong current at one spot, leave that area and inform others around you. Unexpected animal. Going to the beach, you expect to see birds, sharks, and other marine animals, right? Wrong, because these tourists had to flee after a wild boar invaded a beach. It emerged from the Baltic Sea and, in a moment of panic, rushed towards the baffled spectators. The boar had no ill intentions, as it just wanted to go back into the forest, but it was a wild animal, so the beachgoers tried their best to avoid it. Eventually, it found its way back. However, another incident unfolded when a tourist was charged by a cassowary. It was definitely just curious. Crocodile. If there is one thing you don't want walking on your beach, it's a crocodile. This took place in 2016 on the Palacanar beach in Mexico, when a wandering croc was spotted. Sunbathers were asked to evacuate as the big bad casualty strolled in the area. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Lifeguard even hushed away the spectators, but not all listened. Some even dared to record the moment, and thankfully the croc was pretty chill about it. The reason people are asked to stay away is because some crocodiles will come to the shoreline to hunt. Like this massive croc hunting sharks. Stonefish. Mind your step next time you're strolling about on the beach, because one careless step can end up being disastrous and even fatal. These fishes are masters of camouflage and practically undetectable. The spine has spikes that excrete venom, and soon as someone steps on them, the spikes come out, injecting the person with it.
What happens if that was to tread on its back? Whoa!
Now, the venom won't bring down a person straight away. It depends where and how much of it was injected, but I am sure the spikes are anything but pleasant. Dogs. People like to bring their pets with them to the beach, and sometimes it's fun to have them around. But there are times they are more of a nuisance than entertainment. On Bondi Beach, Australia, a man's best friend was causing trouble left and right. One beachgoer had a close encounter with the dog, and let's just say he was more than lucky.
He was very lucky that there was intensive care paramedics that are already in the tower.
In another incident, a family encountered an irritating dog. It happened in Spain, and the man was fending it off using his shoes. Put a leash on your dog if you ever bring one. Komodos. That's not the kind of animal you want to be chased by, and that too on a beach. These tourists found themselves concerned by two huge Komodos while they were on a beach. They had to go back and find another way around them because they were not budging. Thankfully, they had a tour guide with them, so he knew what to do. In Indonesia, there is an island called Komodo Island. It is filled with these venomous reptiles. But they can pop out of anywhere at any time, which is why you need to be extra careful if you're ever there. Kangaroo versus dog. A video of an Aussie man saving his dog from being drowned by a kangaroo has gone viral. He stumbled upon the kangaroo that was holding onto his dog and did not let go.
Look at my dog.
The man tried to warn the kangaroo, but this roo was not intimidated by him at all. He pushed it away and rescued his dog. The man nearly lost his phone, but recovered it. The video is proof you have to be vigilant when you bring your pets to the beach. It's time for today's open discussion. If you're on a beach and come across an animal carcass, it's possibly going to be that of a whale. Like how on the 17th of July, 2022, a female white whale washed up on a Victorian beach.
Fishermen stumbled on the 10-meter-long whale washed up on a secluded beach.
At first, the authorities mistook it for the famous albino whale Migaloo. However, it wasn't. Whales do end up washing on the beach every now and then.
There is always that other question is how many Migaloos could there be? Is there his offspring?
And authorities try to have them removed as soon as possible. But sometimes others get to them first. Like this great white that found the whale carcass, and you can clearly see how hungry it was. Surely no one wants to interfere with a shark, let alone a hungry shark. Next time you see a carcass, keep your distance. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming amazing videos.